Do you think Jimmy Garoppolo misses playing for the Patriots? It's a Grant question. Jose, get your crystal ball. But Tony, I want you to start this one.
Yeah, I'd say no. If the 49ers start losing, and maybe you could argue they're starting to lose now. But if they have a couple seasons in a row where they're not above 500, yes. But if you want to know if Jimmy Garoppolo misses playing for the Patriots, let's just ask some former Patriots players who have been in both organizations. What did Cassius Marsh say? I mean, he didn't have good things about the Patriots culture there. What did Wes Welker say? I mean, he did not enjoy playing for Bill Belichick. And I know it's a very different situation because those are guys that clashed with Bill, and Jimmy obviously was adored by Bill and got along with him. So it's a different situation. But I think Jimmy's enjoying the culture in San Francisco. I don't think he's going to miss New England unless the Niners start to lose.
Are you saying at any point trade him over there, or he wants to go over there?
Does he miss it? Does he miss it?
Does he miss playing for the Patriots deep down inside? If you had an honest moment with Jimmy Garoppolo, would he say, I wish I was still in New England playing for Belichick?
Yeah, I can see him saying I still miss it. I kind of miss it, but I'm like, I'm cool where I'm at too. Because he's such laid back, like carefree. True. That's why I can't envision him as a leader at all. When people say, "Oh, he's the man in the huddle," he probably just says stuff. It's like, all right, guys, let's get it. Like the old cliche, like, come on, guys, let's get it. I could picture it. And if I was a receiver, if I had a quarterback like that, I'd be like, all right, you're just saying that. Shut the hell up. We don't believe you. All right, I'm just gonna go play. I'm gonna run this route. Just throw the ball where it needs to be, not behind me. But freaking, I think he certainly does miss that. I think he does miss being there. I think he did know that it was gonna be his rightful heir to Tom Brady. And I feel like he secretly, like low key, kind of like, oh, I love Tom, but he was kind of a little bit, of a D. He wasn't really too. I'm not trying to say it right now, but
okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, I think he does definitely miss it because of what Bill, because it's where he got his start, and he spent years and years, and I'm pretty sure he hunkered down with Bill and Josh McDaniels, just studying, like just prepping. And that was just it. And the times when he did step in, when Brady was injured for a limited amount of time, he looked good. He looked great for them, especially when he got suspended for deflating balls. For those first 3 games, he looked great. So I think he totally does miss it.
I'm going to say he doesn't miss it because he didn't really play for the Patriots. Like we said, like you just said, Jose, he played when Brady was suspended. If Brady never got suspended, Garoppolo probably would have been traded for much less because he never would have had a real snap for the Patriots. The Patriots went with Brady till last year. They liked Brady until things kind of soured and they moved on. But think if Garoppolo, if this was his first year starting, there would be a lot of different narratives around him. He obviously liked playing for Belichick, liked being there, but he wasn't a number 1 quarterback. He wasn't getting paid, $140 million or whatever. He's a number 1 quarterback here. I think he likes that as long as he's a number 1 quarterback. If he got benched, I'm sure he would rather be in New England with Belichick. But for now, he's the number 1 guy here.
He did get benched.
I don't know if Garoppolo misses playing for New England for the same reasons you guys are talking about. For one, he didn't really play with the Patriots. And I agree with Tony that he enjoys the 49ers locker room and the camaraderie. I think he misses having that coach-quarterback relationship that he had with Bill Belichick because he doesn't have it with Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan's overly critical of him, is just riding his ass all the time. So I think Garoppolo misses that component. So
no, I think that's what I was going to say. Here's the reason it popped in my head. I asked Jimmy yesterday. I said, Jimmy, it's so clear that Bill Belichick loved coaching you. You can hear it in his voice when he talks about you. What did you like about playing or having been coached by Bill Belichick? And first of all, he calls him coach still. He calls him Coach Belichick. He does not call Kyle coach. Kyle is Kyle to Jimmy Garoppolo. And maybe that's not a distinction, but as someone who calls his dad, I notice when people call their dads Frank or, Tom, it's like, oh, no respect for you. Okay. Hey, you guys are a modern family. All right. And it's fine. And hey, maybe Kyle likes being called Kyle and doesn't want to be called coach, but just the way that Jimmy talks about Coach Belichick, I think Jimmy loved the idea of being handpicked by the greatest coach of all time, being anointed as the heir apparent to the greatest quarterback of all time. That's heady stuff. And then right when you think it's about to be realized, about to be a reality, you get traded to San Francisco, a 1-10 team, and the head coach doesn't really warm up to you after 3 years. And is always kind of like, yeah, but. And over in New England, he's like, I really liked him. I wish we could have kept him. I think there's a part of him that feels a little like life could have been so much less stressful in New England. But I don't know. Maybe if he goes in and beats New England, he's like, hey, I'm glad I'm not there. You guys messed up. I'm sure you guys miss me. Check me out in San Francisco. So maybe you could go either way. But just listening to him call him coach this week, I was like, ooh.
I will say this. Let me add a little fuel to this fire. If you go back and look at the post-game interview after the 49ers last game, the reporter said, hey, you got a game next week against New England. She didn't get into, oh, you're going back to your old stomping grounds. You're playing the Patriots. His face, she didn't even get into that. His face lit up. Go watch a highlight of that too. He's giddy about that organization. So I think there's some truth there, but he's comfortable in San Francisco too. So that's why I think unless he starts to get miserable in San Francisco, he's not gonna miss it.